Hi friends, and welcome back to the Vegan Proteins YouTube channel. I am going to talk about compassion fatigue today. So compassion fatigue stems from one, experiencing others' trauma, and number two, being in the caretaking role. So for example, a therapist, you are often taking in other people's traumas pretty frequently. That is your job, to listen to people and the experiences that they have shared, and it's really, really tough. Another one would be nursing, a doctor, pretty much anything in the medical field. You are taking in a lot of people's traumas, you're taking in their experiences, you're taking in their hardships and what they're going through. Another example would be vegans. We are taking in the trauma of seeing animals being hurt through documentaries, through videos we see online, through conversations, through the news, and it can be really, really, really difficult. It can have a huge emotional impact on us in so many different ways, whether it's through your job, whether it's through caretaking as a parent. It can be very, 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 very difficult. Some signs of it would just be noticing more stress, more overwhelm. Another factor of it actually is that you are not taking care of yourself. These experiences are really, really impacting you. It's not necessarily burnout in itself, but I think it falls under burnout. It's very similar to that. Your empathy does start to decrease. Not saying that you just don't care anymore or that you have no empathy anymore. It's just that you're so burnt out that it becomes more difficult or more challenging to empathize with others. You're feeling exhausted, you're tired, you're stressed, you're not able to sleep, you're not able to eat as well, or maybe you're eating more than you normally would. There are so many different factors of how compassion fatigue can affect you. It is a really tough experience, especially because usually we go into these roles wanting to help and wanting to do something good for the people that we are serving, and then we kind of get the blunt end of the stick and it ends up hurting us too if we're not taking care of ourselves. Some really good things that we can do is making sure that we're talking to someone, whether it's a therapist or a friend or a family member, just someone you truly trust and someone who's going to respect you and respect the hardships that you're bringing up, and just someone that you can completely lay it out to and just talk to. I think that's really, really important. Some other things are focusing on getting enough water, getting enough sleep, really focusing on what we're eating, which I know is really big here. And another part of what's big here is getting in some exercise. It's really important to take care of ourselves so that we can feel good and maintain our own physical health, and our own mental health is very, very important. And there's so many other things so many things, you know, making sure that we're continuing to enjoy our lives and doing things that we enjoy, starting new things, doing a new craft, or continuing with hobbies that we love, or continuing with hobbies that we used to do, maybe want to pick up again. There's an endless amount of things that we can do when it comes to compassion fatigue. And I think it's also important to recognize that you might feel more of a lack of empathy or what have you, but your empathy's there. You're in this caretaking role for a reason, and it can become very overwhelming when we're not putting ourselves first. And to take care of others, and to take care of others in the best way possible, it is prevalent that we put ourselves first. Because if you're taking care of someone when you are tired, exhausted, hungry, cranky, you're not going to be giving them your best self. Whether it's your child or your patient or your client, you're going to be giving them your best self when you're putting yourself first and you're taking care of yourself. That's how you're going to give these people your best care, or these animals your best care, is by really, really taking care of yourself, taking care of your heart, taking care of your mind. Especially when it comes to veganism, it can be really, really difficult because we are constantly seeing these negative things, and it can be very overwhelming, and we feel like there's just so much happening all the time, and it's really, really hard when we are the one maybe in that caretaking role for animals, or whatever position you may be in. Some days you're gonna feel like you're not making a difference, but statistically, you are. You are making a difference. If you are in a caretaking role, you are making a difference in somebody's life, and including animals, which are someone's as well, as we all know. It's a very sensitive conversation, a very sensitive topic, and it's really, really difficult for people to endure the feeling and maybe not completely understand it. So I think it's very important to really grasp that compassion fatigue doesn't mean that your compassion is gone or your empathy is gone. It just means that it's time to start taking care of ourselves. There's an endless amount of ways to do that. I work for an animal rights organization, and it can be very difficult to see animals getting hurt every single day and watching these videos every single day, getting these news feed articles about things that are happening to the animals every single day. And sometimes you are just seeing it so much, you become a little bit more desensitized in a way, or maybe you just feel like, oh, I don't even want to see this, I don't even care anymore. It's just like, I'm so overwhelmed. But we have to remember, that's not how we really feel. I'm not working at this organization because I don't care about animals. I think sometimes I just have to remind myself, okay, take care of yourself, and that's the best way that you can put the animals first, the people in your lives first, all of the things. So I am going to leave it at this. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let me know if you've experienced compassion fatigue, and talk to you soon.
Hello, listeners and watchers. We are so grateful that you tune in as you give us a reason to keep this conversation about living, eating, and training as a vegan in a non-vegan world going. Just a heads up to let you know that we are taking a scheduled content creation break from Sunday, August 18th through Sunday, August 31st. This is something we plan on doing twice a year to give us a chance to recharge our batteries and keep the creative juices flowing so that you can continue to get the highest quality and most interesting content possible from us. Please hit the contact button on our site or email us at veganproteins@gmail.com during this time with any feedback or ideas that you have. We love hearing from you, and we'll be back with a special interview on Muscles by Brussels Radio on Tuesday, September 3rd, and our next exciting recipe on our Vegan Proteins YouTube channel on Wednesday, September 4th. Stay tuned.